The paragraphs that I'll be reading in this video are based on an Instagram post that my friend Pistachio wrote explaining their situation with Violet. I want to let you know that this is Pistachio's point of view on the entire situation. I did not go through any of this. I am simply just reading it so you can all get a clear idea of what happened. Note that there will be mentions of self-harming and starvation in this video. If you get triggered by that, I wouldn't suggest watching this. Thank you. Hey guys, Spoofter here. Welcome back to another video. I haven't made a rant video in quite a while, but this situation is very important and needs to be announced. I'll be reading the point of view of my good friend who went through this situation, unfortunately, so just know that when I say my or I am referring to Pistachio since I will be reading their point of view. Before I start reading, I'd really appreciate if you shared this video and also went on to Pistachio's Instagram, which will be in the description, and share the posts that they made on this entire situation. It's very important and it needs to be talked about. Thank you, and I hope you listen to all of this. Violet Komaeda, also known as the creator of Danganronpa 4, Hope Rises. She's a little over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but that doesn't mean we won't be silenced. We all met on the amino she created for her fan game, Danganronpa 4 Hope Rises. Everything was going smoothly until we all started getting close. She would tell us about her feelings, and we would do the same. We would be very supportive and helpful, but sometimes Violet would make mistakes, which is okay, but sometimes they would hurt people, and those people would talk about it with others instead of confronting Violet about it. Why? Because we were all afraid of making her upset. We all looked up to Violet, and the last thing we would want to do is make her upset. Things started getting real bad when some drama went down. Violet got very mad and put the blame on a friend of ours, and she forced us all to cut this friend off. A little bit after it happened, a strange user started coming online. They would post real names, phone numbers, and other personal information about the members on the amino. We all were terrified. This person would come into DMs and play with that person's triggers. Nobody knew who this person was, so we all turned to Violet, the leader and the only person with the moderation abilities to handle this. We all depended on her, and she yelled at us and made it seem like she was the only one being doxxed, so we all made a separate amino without Violet to hopefully get away from it all. We would talk about how Violet would make us upset. When Violet found out about it, however, she went crazy. She would tell us about how we ruined her life and talked shit about her behind her back. Even though we didn't really say anything that bad, mind this, she would talk shit about us with other members as well. How hypocritical. Well, anyways, time skip ahead, some stuff was going down. We all got in a fight with Reese over something I'm gonna keep anonymous. I was trying to calm the situation after the blow-up by saying, we talked it out, so we're gonna lay back for a bit, and Violet got very mad. Sorry if I say this wrong. Nanagi leaving. They didn't leave because of Reese and I. They left because they realized how toxic the amino was. They realized before we did, and I'm very happy they did realize it. But anyway, we got blamed, and I was terrified because I was so scared that Reese would be the next one to go. But thankfully, Milk came and told me that they wanted to leave and suggested that I would come with them. So we both, as well as Reese, ran off to the other amino we made without Violet. We hung out there for a while, and I finally got the courage to join the Danganronpa 4 amino again. Everything was chill until some more shit went down, and I was being pretty overdramatic. Nobody was saying anything until my ex-friend Kaylee stepped up and went off on how overly dramatic I was being, which isn't the bad part, by the way. She was being pretty truthful, and I'm happy she spoke up, lol. And that invited Violet to come in and say how they felt about me. She brought up stuff I wasn't aware of, so I planned to leave the amino because I couldn't live with the guilt. Milk came to the rescue again, and I decided to stay. Little did I know, Violet called that I was going to leave, and she said, "Call it, son." And Reese took that the wrong way, thinking that Violet was calling me by it. I'm non-binary, by the way, so I understand why he got defensive. Reese started getting upset over it and made a big deal out of it, so Milk made a group chat with them, Violet, Reese, Milk's brother, and I. We were discussing things with Reese and his girlfriend at the time and got involved. So Reese was just trying to defend her, but Violet got all mad and made us cut Reese off. I couldn't do that, so immediately after it all, I messaged Reese crying. I couldn't lose him. He was one of my closest friends, but then Reese made a fake account and joined the Danganronpa 4 amino, pretending to be someone else. We all immediately knew it was him, so Milk sent me to gather the truth since I was the only one he trusted at the time. Reese and I played Ponytown. I was hoping to make the atmosphere more casual so I could get the answer out of him more easily. Milk and the others took it the wrong way and got upset with me, but I explained to them what was going on, and we fixed things. Later on, Milk made an alt account on Discord to talk to Reese, and they messaged me saying that they miss Reese, and I felt the same, so we all talked things out and made amends. During this time period, Milk and I got into Identity V, and Milk started sharing their love for a character they found comfort in, and Violet made Milk feel bad by saying, "You ruined his character for me," which made Milk very upset. A little after that, when we all were playing Identity V, Milk accidentally invited Reese. Oh boy, she got mad. She started a call with Milk, Scruffle, myself, and Reese joined in later. She basically was saying how we were all fucking bitches who ruined her life, and she started talking about how she had to watch her dad die and how she has no friends. It wasn't at all a valid excuse, but she was guilt-tripping us. Milk brought up their brother's abuse, and Violet screamed, "But that's not an excuse, yet her dead dad is an excuse?" Anyway, she yelled at us, making Milk cry, and I started crying, because seeing my friends upset makes me upset. Violet blamed everything on us as if it was our fault. She forced us to cut off Reese. Milk already made up their mind that they were going to continue talking to Reese. I didn't want to cut off Reese, but I was scared of losing Violet, so I cut him off. A little after, Milk started losing interest in Danganronpa and gained more interest in Identity V. So they made our private group chat room on Amino based on their comfort character from IDV. Violet got mad, saying that this chat has to be Danganronpa related. This Amino is for Danganronpa, and I stepped in saying, "This is a private chat, the other members won't see what goes on here." Milk and I were talking in DMs about how stupid she was being, and Milk very disappointingly agreed, and changed the chat theme to my dog. Milk was disappointed in Scruffle and I because we didn't defend them. A few minutes later, my ex-friend Kaylee stepped in again and talked about how stupid Violet was being. Scruffle and I agreed, and told Violet how we really felt about that. She got upset, saying how we betrayed her, and started guilt-tripping us again with her dead dad and stuff. At the end of it, she said, "I should have kept this professional," and said that she was going to stop being our friend over a fucking chat theme. Later that day, Milk put Scruffle and I in a private group chat. They told us how toxic Violet truly was, and we all agreed to leave the Amino. That's when we got out of the situation. That was when we both found out Milk was talking with Reese, and I said I never wanted to cut him off in the first place, and Milk invited Reese, Scruffle and I to a private Amino, just us, and we all blocked Violet and everything. So basically, to sum up the story, Violet would guilt trip us, turning us against each other, and basically controlled us. Some side things, after Violet forced me to cut off Reese again, I started self-harming, Reese started starving himself, Scruffle gained horrible trust issues, and more. I'm very happy we're out of that. We don't want anyone else to go through this, so that's why I'm spreading awareness. Stop supporting her. She doesn't deserve the attention, especially after the awful things she's done to us. I will now be showing video footage along with screenshots of these incidents. I got the sources from Prisoner Simp on Instagram. Again, the sources will be in the description. All the warnings that were mentioned at the beginning will be mentioned in this clip and these screenshots partially, so there's your warning.
That doesn't give you an excuse to go to me.
I never said it was an excuse!
Fuck Reese. Reese's arm was in there for 1 second.
Bruh, my family was threatened too, bro.
No, they
Like, acting like me and Reese weren't doxxed too. I'm